Hello YouTube, I'm Sarah and it's time for another adventure of being Sarah, and this time I'm going to try to show some of my WIPS. It's probably going to be a 2-ish, maybe, video thing, and so I'm going to get started. I do have a little bit of haul because, yay, the mail finally came and brought me the fishing line, and I use the monofilament, the red, the Cajun one, and I looked on the link because I had posted that in a group of like, this is what I use, and it turns out it's been discontinued. Now I preface this with the fact that there's 1,600 yards in this spool, which is what I have over there. I also have tangerine color and gold. No, I'm sorry, not gold. And yellow lemony color, but I was like, oh no, I need the red because the tangerine is good for black fabric because the red isn't. So I was like, I need another one. Where can I find it? YouTube, not YouTube, duh, eBay, of course. So I had the two smaller red spools that I showed you last time. They were a different brand. So I was like, oh no, I don't know if that's going to be right. So I found this one, and it wasn't that expensive. And I thought it was hilarious that it came in a container. How funny is that? It's got a little label. Huh. A little knot to show where it starts. That's kind of cool. The one I got at the store was not the store. I'm sorry, I ordered it online. I think it had come with just a plastic wrapper or whatever. So yes, I have another 1,600 yards of 8-pound red monofilament fishing line, which I feel is so much more secure. Of course, I went to pick Dad up from the trailer, RV, whatever place, and it turns out that basically they had fixed it on top. Huh. They had basically fixed it, so by the time he got to talk to the person, it was already done. I'm like, okay, do you want to still go to lunch? Okay. So I was like, well, I'll just drive. You can leave this here, right? Okay, I'll just drive. So it was kind of interesting because he needed to get socks and sweats or whatever. So we went to lunch, and then we went to Rugged Warehouse, I think, and found him some sweats and some very interesting colored boxer shorts, which they were. I did not get any of them, but they were hilarious. They had ones that were like highlighter yellow with like neon green Christmas baubles, and there were cartoon, like Victorian cartoon Santas on some of them, and some of them had like a space scene. It was interesting, to say the least. And then we went over to some sporting goods store, and he found socks, and of course I wandered over to the fishing line section. And if they had 8-pound line instead of 10-pound line in the red, they had a bunch of the spools of the red, but it was all 10-pound line, and they had it discounted because obviously it's been, discontinued. If it had been the 8-pound line, I would have gotten like, I don't know, several spools of them. They were only like 300 yards, but they didn't have tangerine and the lime green, which looked so cool. It was lime green. I'm like, that will show up really good. That was braided, so that was a no. But I did find Like it was like a gold color or something like that. And of course I left it in the car because I was tired and needed a nap. So, now that I've chattered for 5 minutes, I don't know if it's a YouTube glitch or what happened, but I was at 67 subscribers and then it went down to 65 and then came back up to 67. Now it's back to 65. I don't know if it's a glitch or so many people are leaving and coming back. I don't know. My original introductory video said I will ramble about whatever I want to ramble. So if I feel like doing a nail polish video, I will do a nail polish video. If I feel like doing a ranty, rambly video, I will do so. If I feel like doing a video about what happened in a gaming session, I will. So I'm not trying to be bitchy about it. I'm just saying, this is my channel and I will ramble about what I want to ramble about. If it's not the one for you, then that's okay. If you want to subscribe and see whatever my next adventure is, then yay. If you want to like it, yay. It's just a little bit annoying when you see the number go down and nobody said, hey, I don't like when you talk about blah, blah, blah. Or, hey, I don't like it when you say such and such. You know, whatever. I'm not saying that I would definitely change what I say or how I say it or whatever. This piece is driving me absolutely batty. But I might take it into consideration with feedback or whatever. But, you know, if you don't even say anything, I can't know. It's like the rules in the cross-stitch group that I admin. I keep a pinned post of rules pinned at the top post at all times, and I add when some new development happens. I add a comment, and it's always there for everybody to see, so they have absolutely no excuse for not knowing the rules. I'm an advocate of, if you want the rules to be followed, tell me the rules. You know, things like that. But I digress. So that's just a tangent, which can and will happen on this channel. So I have a very large, yeah, that's all WIPS and UFOs. So I'll get to that in a minute. I have some that I have out that I've been working on. Oh my gosh, that stupid piece of hair comes loose again. I'm gonna chop that sucker off. Ow. Which, that reminds me, I did a little video with my gerbils, and the first time it went great. They reacted perfectly well. One of my favorite YouTubers is Peter Ron. He has a very distinctive intro. And one of my gerbils, Peter Dragon, is kind of named after him, so I thought it would be kind of cute. And, you know, get the other one in there as well when he says beast. And it went off fine. Peter tolerated it just fine. And then the sound was absolute crap. So I hunkered down so that I was right below the camera or the laptop, and I was trying to hold him so he could. Oh no, the little brat decided that was enough and bit the heck out of my pinky. So that kind of hurts. And I can't really blame him, but at the same time, it's like, dude, seriously, just sit down. You're fine. It's all of like 10 seconds. So I talked to the boyfriend, and he said he can, like, it's one of the few times that there will be an edited video or something like that. I don't know if I'll put it on YouTube or just message it to Peter Mon. It'll be cute either way. So anyway, now that I've rambled for another 5 minutes, so here are what I've been working on lately, of course, and my works in progress, etc., etc., etc. So, as you guys have seen, Faces of Fairy 99. I was really hoping to get her done by the end of November, which obviously that didn't happen because it's almost December 2nd. Oh well. Then another one that I decided I wanted to work on yesterday, which I started this back in November. This is a stocking for my sister. Her name is not Abby. So ignore the name. But she likes pink and green and a lot of the rose fly that I did. Some pillowcases and table runner that I embroidered. It had that same pink and green look to it. So it seemed like it was a good match. So again, there's the picture. And of course, I had to use the Pomeranian needle minder because that's one of the few times that I'm going to leave the needle minder with the project. So you can see it's this leaf right here, and the two little holly berries. Somehow I don't think I'm getting this done by this Christmas. Good thing there's no actual deadline. I don't do deadlines that well when it comes to cross stitch. And then I have other things in here, sit over there, in bags and things like that. So I'll go via bag. So you guys saw this recently. This is Shiny Sun's Gay Pride Heart. I do not think I will do it a second time. I don't know. I was going to, but then I don't know. If I do that on the other denim color, it's 28. So I do over one, but I would do 2 strands for 10 stitch. But I have it all completely outlined, and I'm probably going to take that with me to the rehearsal tomorrow morning. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do next. I kind of think I want to do the red, because that's, I don't know, it's kind of fun. But I kind of almost wish the purple wasn't done, so that way I could be like, oh, it's so pretty. I like that. I don't know. I love the fabric. It's a little hard to tell from the camera, but it looks kind of like clouds. I like it. I dyed it myself. And it's 25 over 1 with 2 strands for full crosses. I'm going to put this away. I'm going to put this over here because I'm going to need it for tomorrow morning. That was the only thing in that bag. And December 1st started the Disney something or other, a stitch along, so I was going to try to pull out Malefic Queen, but I'm like not sure where she is. Okay, so these are in absolutely zero order. These were ones that I was working on. And the first one was, let's see, here we go. It's this little Noah's Ark. It's Arctic Noah's Ark. I keep trying to call him Santa, but he's not Santa, he's Noah. I had done several Noah's Ark pieces for church, and so one of the ladies asked me to do a third one so it could go in a trio thingy, and I just haven't had the oomph for it. So, but I definitely want to get back to this, because it'll be really, really pretty, and I love rainbows. And so yeah, it's part of this Noah's Ark 8 Designs by Linda Gillum. So there's this one, and just all different ones, and of course, I like that one the best. I also like this other funky 70s looking one. I don't know, kind of looks like 70s to me. Anyway, I have no idea if I'm going to do any of the other ones. I have no idea. Oh well. So, the next one, of course, we come to is the Tribal Otter, or the Tribal Otter, and it's being done on the Starlight Ada with the Mosel chili, because it sort of reminded me of the river, I don't know what river, a river, something like that, not River Song. And so this is as far as I've gotten. You can kind of see that it's the little, this area. That's where the page break is in the pattern. So I was like, okay, I'll do the page break area. And I really do want to get back to this one because, well, I like otters, and otters are kind of a staple for the game because one of the PC's wives, Diana, she always wanted otters as a kid, but she was never able to have them. They had a badger, Absalom. Badgers and otters are much more common than dogs and cats. Anyway, so I was like, of course I have to do this now that I've seen this, because there was a sale that Mosel was doing because of the whole hurricane and having to evacuate and needing to raise some money, and it was like, okay. And I really like how this is. This is cotton, but it feels nicer than cotton. So I haven't tried. I got also the Hufflepuff one, and one that's a bunch of browns. It's silk. I can't remember. I don't feel like finding it. It's back there somewhere. So anyway, so I want to use the browns one for the sorting hat, which I'm going to do the Tribal Witch's hat. And so I was like, ooh, that's 2 projects out of that. Actually, 3. So the next one, coming out of there. Ooh, no, you don't get to see that. Come here. Alright. The next one that I'm doing, or that I started, is the Phoenix by White Willow stitching. And I, of course, me being me, I decided that the Phoenix needed some bling. And so I decided that rather than gold, stupid needle poking through the little baggie. So yeah, some technical difficulties here. Stupid needle. Anyway, so rather than gold or silver or red, no, I wanted copper. And so, of course, I tried getting it through the Krennic website. It's supposed to take you to a store where they can order it for you, blah, 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 blah. I don't really care. I just want my sparkly prettiness. So I got this through, I think, a 1, 2, 3 stitch or whatever it was. I got 5 spools of this because I'm not really sure how much I'm going to need. And the dragons that I did, the 2 dragons, where one was giving the other one a bauble, that took 7 spools of 032. So you can't really see a whole lot, but I think that's right. Sorry. There we go. That's better. So it's going to be super pretty. You can kind of see how it sparkles. It's not overwhelming, but it's there. And it's going to look awesome. And yes, I'm going to put them away. so they stay together. I really need to do some more of this because I haven't done much on that. I really want to see it done. And speaking of something that I really need to get done, this was the burst sampler that I found. Oh, sorry. Don't look at that. But this was a burst sampler that I found in a lot of stuff on eBay. I think that one may have also had the 4 bothy threads that I've had. I just need to just sit down and stitch it. So this is for my friend's baby. So I have 3 of the fishies done. Oh no, I have most of the fishies done, and then there's Bubbles. That's it. I'm like, what's the rest of it then? But yeah, I love how it's sort of rainbowy but pastel-y, and if I can ever get my stupid sewing machine to work and get this finished, which I really should, because 2016, he's going to be 2. Holy crap. He's going to be 2 in less than 3 months, in about 2.5 months' time. Wait, December, January. Yeah, 2.5 months' time, he's going to be 2. That's just not right. Anyway, so I really do need to get that done. And you're going to hear that a lot. I really do need to work on this. I really do need to. This is not a WIP. This is an imminent start. As soon as 99 gets done, I'm going to grid her up. Which is basically the Fairy 161. I need to pull. I have fabric downstairs. This is just the list. It's not the chart. But you can see I have a lot of the floss. Tried to say fabric. That's not fabric. It could be fabric if I wove it. Anyway, I have 2 pieces of Hardinger downstairs all ironed. I'm probably going to try to iron them again because there's a lot of like folds. I may wash them. I don't know. I haven't really decided. Either way, I really need to finish 99 so I can finally start 161. Poor thing. This was one of the bulletin board pieces that if you completed them, you got all the charts. Let's see. No, you can't see those pages. Aha! Here's the cover page. And obviously, I didn't print this in color, so it's sort of a blue background, and the tattoos of the skulls and roses. There's roses, and those are in like maroony, mauvey, raspberry colors. So here's all the flosses and stuff. What is that? Oh, okay. It's number 4 grade. I forgot that was in there. She got sparklies too. This was one that I was doing as a stitch along in the group I admin, but I obviously did not get very far. Yes, this is the right side because that's where the peach of her skin is. And then I found that I used the wrong color. There's 2 here that are, you can see, very similar in color. Yeah, 598 and 3752. They're very similar, but not the same. And then you find out when you look at the key and go, oh, I'm stupid. Yes, I am. I did do that. Damn it. So we're gonna, okay, roll you back up. And put her back in there. This one, I would love to have her done because she looks cool. She's also the basis for a wizard who's a necromancer. Her name is Megara. You can't see this. It's my precious. Oh, precious. I'm not sure why she was out like that, but get back in now. So I'm just gonna. Okay. And then this was the 2015 style piece that I had started. This was the one that I had lost, and then I found it, and then I lost, and then I found it. But the second time I found it, I'm going to show this very, very far back. Can't see this, but you see there's orange. There's orange, like orange here, orange there. I mark up my patterns. So a lot of this had been done, but I couldn't read anymore because I use a felt tip pen. And a felt tip pen, while it doesn't, you can see, it really doesn't show through. Like here's a, what is writing on it? Ignore the data entry 4 hours a day. But you can see how it really doesn't it really doesn't go through unless you like really, really go over it. Well, the one problem is that if you get it wet with water, like happened, it does run. And it's still, I have no idea why there's little holes in here. Maybe there were carpet beetles. I don't know. This poor thing has been battered. There's a few spots. I don't care anymore. I just want the stupid thing done. And it's gorgeous, and it will be beautiful, and it will be framed because 2012 and 2013 both were framed. Come back, come back. Here we go. A little further up. A little further up. There we go. And red, interestingly enough, is a color that you can actually see through with the belted pens. But yeah, so yeah. So you can kind of see the froggies kissing. You can see there's a froggy, there's a froggy. They'll be gorgeous once they're done. But I lost steam. There were a lot of things that were going on in various crusted groups. And I started the spinning, and I basically lost my stitchy bug. And I'm like, I don't care. So I did the minimum so that I could at least, finish enough to get the other charts because, I'm sorry, but I worked hard. I calculated how much I actually did. And then I don't know. I was way burned out on it. And that was a struggle to get that far. But I really would like to finish this. Obviously, this is probably going to be a 2018 finish because, stuff. So, we're a half an hour in, almost, but I haven't even gotten to these, so maybe this will be a 3-parter. I don't know. We'll go until I finish a good chunk. And I can't remember if I showed you these. I probably did. But of course, in case I didn't, okay. Come and see how about that. So of course, these are the ones that have not... They are getting feisty on me. I have no idea what order they're in. So, my best friend was expecting her first baby, and she wanted to do the nursery in Care Bears. And I, of course, being delusional, saw all these Care Bear little kits at Walmart and went, oh, I could do them all. And I, of course, didn't really think I was going to get them done before the kid was born. However, then she found out she was having a boy and decided, no, I'm going to do clouds and not Care Bears. Oh, okay, cool. So I have absolutely no idea what these things are going to go towards, but here are the unfinished ones, or the unstarted ones. Bedtime Bear, Tender Heart Bear, Grumpy Bear, Cheer Bear, Wish Bear, Harmony Bear. Harmony Bear and Grumpy Bear were the only ones I didn't already have. Why are you dusty? Share Bear, Love-A-Lot Bear, Funshine Bear, this is one of the Christmas ones, and then Bedtime Bear as a Christmas one. I think Grumpy Bear kind of was a Christmassy one, because it's bah humbug, but then again, he's grumpy, so maybe he's just cranky all year round. Equal opportunity crankiness, and then Cheer Bear as a Christmas one. So the reason why they're in the WIPS one is because Sunshine Bear is still a whip because of the stupid cloud. I don't want to stitch white. I will probably just tint it, if that. I'll have to see how it looks, but I have to wait until I get get done with one of the other ones that has that the light blue down here, because I lost the other one. And then the other one that I have started, of course, is Good Luck Bear. I keep trying to say Shamrock Bear or St. Patrick's Day Bear. Whatever, he has a shamrock on him. I don't know if it has that one. I may have to start another one to get this stupid light blue. But yeah, not much. I guess maybe I picked him because I like the St. Patrick's Day thingy. So that's why I started that one. So I guess I'll have to pick one of the other ones that have a cloud, like Sheer Bear has a bunch of that. I don't know. I may just try to color match this stupid stuff. But eventually, I probably will turn it into like a quilt or something. I don't know. I haven't really decided on that. Speaking of things I haven't decided on, this was in a recent video, I'm sure. So it's both it's a triple threat, it's a finish, it's a unstarted, and it's a work in progress. So, of course, as I had before, turn to the right one, was, of course, this wizard with the crystal ball. Oh no, there's 4 insets for it! And of course, I started and finished the dragon, of course, and then here's the owl as of it stands as of now, and of course the fabric for the unicorn and the castle are in here, along with all the sparkly pretty bits. But this is of course a WIPS video, so that's a whip. And back in your bag. I'm just going to plop them on the floor from now on because, you know. So, I had another start. Actually, technically 2 starts. These are the ones that I feel go together very well. They're the same artist. Come on. Behave yourself. So the first one, which is in pinks, is the Flowers Fairy Rest. And then this one, the Bluebells, which of course is in blues. Those came out. And I believe this is... Which one are you? Okay, this is Story Keep Bluebell. My ginormous start there. I just was like, okay, I've started it. And of course, I want to do them both at the same time, kind of like the Castle and Clouds ones. So there's that one, and unroll the other one. No, don't unstring yourself. Cross stitch gets very back talky with you. So there's the there's that one of these little leaves down in there. It's good. They're going to be gorgeous. I kind of want to frame them together. I don't know. Anyway, so that's them. And the pattern goes back in the bag. Okay. The next one has a special one just because I've just been keeping it in this for years. Grandma had gotten me Grandma Kay had gotten some sort of, I don't know, it wasn't a kit, but it was like a bunch of stuff. So I decided that I had wanted this. I have two other stockings. Well, actually, I have more than that, but I really like this. I wanted to do this for myself. So of course, it will not say Gabrielle because I am not Gabrielle. I'm not Diane Williams. So I wonder what some of this is. Something on 410 of 741.16 and then 1202.43. I don't know what those are. Huh. Sometimes I make notes on whatever's available and then I have no idea what happened. But interestingly enough, I have started in 2003. Picked back up 1 a.m. 7/24/11, and then 2 a.m. 3/19/15. I don't remember. I worked on this recently, but I don't remember when I worked on it. I worked somewhere in there, but it'll be gorgeous once it's actually done. I'm not as fussed as getting this done as I am for the other one, because the other one is for my sister, and I think she will love it. So the pattern, the pattern started getting a little weak at the seams, so I had to make myself a working copy. It took at least 5 or 6 pages to get it all in there because, you know, I'm like A, B, C. So I have absolutely no idea, since evidently I started in 2003. It's over a decade old. Hey, it's 15 years old, I guess. I don't really know. So this one I can't really show you the pattern, or I can't show you a picture because it's just the pattern. So no. But if you look up Creative Keepsakes, Vibrant Virginia, you'll be able to find it. In this one, I was doing for the 31 days around the world, or whatever it was back in, I don't remember, October, September, I don't remember. But let's see. I will tell you what's in each part. The top, stupid paper, stupid tree. The top part will have sort of a cursive version of Virginia. This one still has to get 1788 and then NO 10. Yeah, to save Richmond. And then the motto still has to be backstitched in of "Thus always to tyrants," and then the Virginia seal. This one will be dogwood, This will say backstitch of Jamestown. This one will be a cardinal. This one, I have no idea why, but this one will say corn. And then this is a backstitched representation of the Blue Ridge. And then this one will say textile mills, and then it will say reaper, coal, tobacco, and steamboat. Wow, that was hard to read on that particular graph. So, yeah. I have no idea when I'm going to get back to this, but it'll be nice once I actually, do them. Who knows? I might decide to work on it later. I don't know. Back in your bag. But it is really pretty. They had ones for each of the states, and I want to say that it was in Hirschner's that you could get all 50 of them, and they had like a quilt or something. I don't know. And then the skating penguins, which I have an actual picture of, like an actual paper picture. Like it says Fuji color paper on it, like an actual picture. And it's really hard to tell, but they're adorable. There's these little skating penguins. And I have no idea why I have not done more of them, although I did work on them recently a bit. So there's that. I've done 3.5. I don't remember how many of them are. They will be adorable. Eventually. I'll get them done. Eventually. It's a very odd kit. It's a very odd... It's like one piece of paper, and an actual photograph. It's just weird. But I think it's adorable, so cool. And then I have a stamped baby bib that I started for some reason. I have no idea why. The tag was irritating the crap out of me, so I paper clipped it down. I don't know. So you can kind of see the bunny face. But I really don't have that much more to it. So there's a lot of white. There's a lot of white in here. There's a lot of brown. Stamped is really hard. I don't know if you've ever done stamped or not done stamped, but if you haven't done stamped, I think I'll take the paper clip off. That's interesting. Oh, now I may just take that off altogether. Nah, maybe not. I'll figure that out later. Anyway, it's really hard to do stamped because you don't have a middle like you do with even weave or Ada or whatever. Even linen, you have an actual like hole to go through. Now you make your own holes with the stamped. I saw one once where the person did just the stamped part and they left like spaces in between, and that actually looked really cool. I wouldn't do that necessarily, but it did look really cool. The other thing that I worked on for the however many days around the world one was this one will go to my cousin, and it's called Vive la France. And there's actually not that much backstitching. I think I worked on it like maybe a week altogether. Not even that long. I want to say maybe 5 times that I worked on this. But it's mostly backstitching, which is a lot of counting. I was like, which side is the right side? So, I still have the rest of this pink mauve column and this mauve column. And then there's some half-stitch, like, plant life. And then there's a crap ton of, oh yeah, there's some clouds, half-stitch clouds. Then there's a crap ton of backstitching. The Eiffel Tower, all the words. That's a lot of backstitching. If you don't like backstitching, this is not the one for you. But it has gone very fast, the parts that I did do. And so, of course, again, I really should pick this back up. I have no plans on it right at the moment, though. Get in the bag. For some reason, the Ada in this went really floppy, and it's lovely to work on now. Not that it was, like, very stiff before. Extend my leg. Okay. Ah, yes, I forgot I had this. This was from a girl who was in the Yak and Yarn group with me. I haven't seen her in forever. But she tried doing cross-stitch, or she wanted to cross-stitch, and she decided it wasn't for her. So it's this little sleep till you're hungry, eat till you're sleepy. And I was originally going to do that as like a graduation thing, but I just never got around to finishing it. And I have part of a butt. It's part of the leg, the hind end, that little back area. I have a part of a butt. It will be adorable if I ever get around to working on it. I don't know, I got really tired of it. That's what happens to me. I get tired of working on stuff, and so I'm like, I'll put it down for now. Oh well. I mean, worst comes to worst, I can always, like, just chuck it if I really don't like it. Stupid. Why is this bent? Shoot. I'd break my stupid... I did. Anyway, so here are the Feng Shui mums. I did the plums and the bamboo, and this is the mums, which is for fall. And of course, I have not gotten terribly far on them because it's me, and these seem to take me forever. I still have the winter one, which I pulled out. I'm not really sure when I'm going to get to that one, but whatever, right? So here is the greenery. I decided I was going to try to do like color by color, so you can see I still have the greenery along that side to do, but there's greenery here. It's no longer fall. I don't know if I'll go back to this until next fall. I don't know. I would like those done because they're part of a set, and I have 2 of them done, as seen in the finished video. Oh, that's right, you did see those. Mrs. Bunny Plus. Okay. One thing that I've always loved is this little story, which I don't remember who wrote the story, but there's this little story called the Mrs. Bunny. No, I'm sorry, The Golden Shoes. It's a little children's book, and the color of the dust jacket is about that. And basically, it's a story about this little Mrs. Bunny, which you kind of can see. Okay. Mrs. Bunny had 21 children, because rabbit. And I think she became a widow or something like that. And she always, always, always wanted to be an Easter Bunny. And there's more than one Easter Bunny. And so she was raising her kids, and then there was basically auditions for, you know, the Easter Bunny. The old Easter Bunny was like, hey, I'm going to get new people to be my Easter Bunnies. And so a whole big crowd came, and there were these great big jackrabbits with their long legs and their whatevers. And then there was poor little Mrs. Bunny in her little dress and shawl and her herd of children. And everybody laughed at her. And so, at a signal from Mrs. Bunny, all the children scattered, and she went around and collected her children. And that basically got her noticed. And so, it comes time for Easter, and they're shown this giant room with all the eggs, and they're told, okay, fill up your basket, go around. And there's like one special one left, and it's like, you know, one of those sugar eggs, and that's given to Mrs. Bunny, and excuse me, I still have a bit of a lingering cough, and so she's sent to go up this mountain. It's like this giant crag of a mountain, and so she tries and gets a little far up, and then she falls back, and so she tries so hard, and I can't remember, she tries 3 or 4 times, but she like tumbles down the mountain and smacks into a tree, and her leg is broken. It's like, oh no! And the grandfather Easter Bunny comes to her and gives her these golden shoes, hence the title. And she puts them on, and her leg feels fine, and she's able to hop up to the top of the mountain. It's a really sweet, endearing story about like triumphing over odds. What is that in there? So this is as far as I've gotten on Mrs. Bunny Plus. I would like to finish this because this is one that I found. I'm pretty sure I found on eBay. Yeah, no, I had to have found it on eBay because I love vintage, weird literary things like this. I love them. And so I'm like, of course, I've got to have it because I love that story. So of course. I also love the Velveteen Rabbit, whatever. I love that one. I have a hate of it. So this next one was supposed to be a birth announcement for my other little cousin. And it's this cute little doing each one. I started the first one, and it turns out that this is going to be bigger. So I've actually gotten quite a lot done on I'm not quite done with this blue, but I've gotten quite a lot done on this. But the problem comes when you take the cardboard circle it's bigger than the cardboard circle. So I guess it comes around, I don't know, it looked much bigger than the cardboard circle. Like, yeah, if I put, here's the one side, that much of it it's too big. So I'm like, well, crap. What do I do? So I kind of got a little disgusted with it, and I put it down. I really need to finish this because, oh yeah, there is a heart one. Sorry, I was like, hey, I wonder if there's a heart one for that middle one. It doesn't take much to distract me some days. But it's got all of it in there. So one of these days I will get back around to this. I may do this as a wall hanging. I don't know. I haven't really figured that out yet. But whatever, it will look nice for the little one. For M. EM, not M, not the letter M. Anyway, so see, I do a little bit more of this one in this one. Oh, hey! This was the whole reason. Oops, sorry. This was the whole reason I pulled this one out. Because I need to find this. Because it's December, so Disney stuff. Disney stuff. I can speak it in English. Okay, so it's been renamed to Evil Queen. But yeah. I'm like, oh heck, yeah. This needs to be a story keep and a quick stitch and a mini. So yeah. So this is a hard one to show. It's a very long piece. But yeah, you can see that this has got the tangerine fishing line. So I figured this was a good one to try to get a bit of progress on for that stitch along in the group. So she's going to be staying out for a while, and you'll see my next weekly video, you'll see hopefully more progress on her. I'll have a bit more time to stitch on her on Sundays. Well, to stitch on Sundays, even though I've still got the either the GURPS game or my game on Sundays. But usually after that on Sundays, I've been going down to visit the boyfriend, and well, he's going to be out of town for a while, so I won't be visiting him at his house. Sit, Care Bears, sit. Good Care Bears. Okay, so I think this is a good stopping place for this one. So we'll call that one. I still have quite a lot in here. So I'll see you next time for 2. I'll go ahead and film 2 right now after I take a drink because my throat's starting to get a little chapped or scratchy or whatever. And you can see the other things that I've started and haven't finished because WIPS and UFOs. And there will be more. Not yet, but there will be more starts. Okay, bye.